Hey y'all, good morning. It's your girl Sharita from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute. Okay, where we focus on growth, we grow ourselves and we grow our children, behaviorally and academically, okay? And we focus on that self-care, honey, because we out here in the trenches taking care of our kids. And if we can't do that if we're not taking care of ourselves, right? I learned that lesson the hard way. Listen, I want to talk to y'all real quick about why I always have my kids reading. And I've taught them to read early, and they read everything all the time. So I'm saying this because I know how important it is for kids to read, and in schools, in the classrooms, a lot of times teachers don't have time, or kids are in different levels, struggling readers, right? So for whatever reasons in school, kids don't read aloud on a regular daily basis, okay? And I'm talking about reading daily, but not just for a certain amount of time. So my daughter's teacher sends home a reading log every night, and she has to read a book and then record it, right? Like, make a record of it. I'm not talking about just that either. I'm talking about always reading, okay? Ever since my girls were young, they read everything. So if papers came home from school, okay, with little flyers or upcoming events, I didn't read them, they did. They read them to me, okay? With my oldest daughter, she's going into high school, they send home the book, little policy book or handbook for the parents. She's reading it aloud to me, okay? What's better, me reading it to them or them reading it to me? When they read to me, they're enhancing their reading, they're becoming more knowledgeable, they increase their understanding, they increase their comprehension, okay? And they also take ownership. It's so important, okay? When we are baking together, and it's time to read the recipes. It used to be my oldest daughter, she's 16. Now we passing the recipe to my youngest daughter, she's 6, and she's reading the ingredients for us to do. Everybody's involved, but they are reading. I'm not reading. I'm not saying, so this is what we need, and I'm reading it, and then I'm doing it, and then letting them, help me measure stuff. They are reading the ingredients, and we are measuring together, okay? If we go to the grocery store, having a shopping list, they read the shopping list to help me go and grab groceries, okay? This is life skills as well. But I really wanted to talk about this because, my kids learned how to read early. My 6-year-old, we just did a video yesterday where she was reading the Diary of a Wimpy Kid and reading with expression and enjoying it and cracking me up as she was reading. We had a good time, but I mean, such fluency and such expression that makes her feel good about herself, confidence. When kids struggle to read, they don't want to read aloud. They lack confidence in reading. But when they learn how to read, honey, when my students start learning how to read, that's all they want to do. They want to go again. They want to read the next sentence. They want to try the sentence again on their own. You understand what I'm saying? Reading is very powerful, okay? But this morning, I was getting ready I dropped my oldest daughter off. And then, happy Valentine's Day, by the way, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Wednesday and happy Valentine's Day. I just want to say that real quick. Click share. Feel free to leave a comment below. And tell me what you think about this, too, with the reading. So this morning, after my oldest daughter got out the car, I had an email from a client coming in that her son is going to get started in the program soon, enrolled into the program. So I didn't have time I need to get my daughter to school, and I'm not going to read it while I'm driving. So I passed it to the back to my 6-year-old, and I asked her to read it for me. Man, she read that thing. And it was a really good email. And it had some really good words in it. And some words she had to slow down and break apart. We have our own little strategies. A lot of times when kids see a word that they having trouble with, or think they might have trouble reading, I ask them to spell it so that they could connect closer to the word and then spell each part of the word. That's how I teach them. Well, one of the ways. And so that she could get through the words. But it was very powerful to her to be able to read the email to me. It was a long email too. And my 6-year-old baby sat back there and read that email, okay? Because she know mommy has a business, and sometimes I'll be needing help. My oldest daughter, we just hired her. She's working and sending emails and making phone calls and contacting people interested in a program and doing graphic design and posting and helping with social media and so many other things, right? So my youngest wants to be able to do it too. So today, when I let her read my email, she felt so good. Okay, like I work in the program, I work in the business as well. You know what I mean? But when she read that email, she felt so good about herself. And I said, thank you. I said, that was a nice email, right? She said, yeah, it was very nice. She said, so should I type? And she wants to respond to the email. And I told her Miss Hannah, who's our administrative assistant, is going to handle the emails later and respond to her. So you got to send over some the invoice and the student information form, the agreement. You got to send all that stuff over. But Maya was ready to respond to the email, honey. She was ready to type it in, okay? Man, it's so empowering for a kid to be able to read. Another thing that I do, and I say read all the time, not just for 15 minutes a day. See, that's us saying at least, okay? At least read a book a day. At least read for 15 minutes a day. At least. That's the low expectation, low bar. What we want to do is we always want to smash that bar, honey. We always want to smash that standard, smash the expectation, and go ridiculously high, right? And a lot of people disagree with me. People disagree with me all the time. I'm used to it, all right? But I'm telling you, this is amazing. When you smash that bar, and you said instead of read 15 minutes a day, when you say something like read 3 books a day, or read everything, and you just keep giving them stuff to read, 15 minutes ain't nothing. 15 minutes is easy. And it's not about, oh, I have to read. It's more about, this is what I can read. And what else am I curious about? What else do I want to read? And what else can I learn? And what else can I be exposed to? And what else? And what does that say? Oh, I can read that. I can read this. I can read that side, mommy. I'll read it for you. That's the difference. You understand what I'm saying? So let's go high and let's have our kids reading all the time, not just 15 minutes a day. Don't tell them, though, did you read today? Have them reading all the time. Say, get over here and read this for me. Open up mail that you're okay with them reading, right? Open up mail and tell them to read it. They learning about life. You got a credit card bill, you understand what I'm saying? Or you got information about the mortgage or whatever. Have them read. Have them learn these words. Okay? Have them learn these words. That helps improve their reading comprehension. I'm working with reading comprehension with my students, and we're especially because we're focusing on math this month and Black history. But we're going to be doing Black history for February, March, and April. So, and I'm trying not to get off track because I'm thinking about that. I'm very excited about that. Have them, and I got off track. Have them read constantly, and have word problems. Thank you. Whoever out there sent the thought back into my mind. Thank you. All right, so this month we're focusing on math, so we're doing word problems every day. Okay, and I tell them word problem ain't nothing but a story with some math in it, because they get intimidated by the word problem because of the words, and they also have difficulty with the comprehension of it. So it's like, if it's math, these are the steps, but if it's word problem, and in their minds they disconnect. So I'm having them get up close to the word problems. We're doing word problems every day, discussing it every day, creating word problems themselves, putting themselves into the word problems, anything to read that improve their reading comprehension. But that's the thing. We're focusing on math, but we're still working on reading. We are always reading. We read everything. When I put a worksheet up on a screen, they have to read everything on the page. They have to read the name. They have to read the instructions. They have to read everything, every question on there. You know what I'm saying? They have to read it. So they always read. Have your child always reading, okay? Reading is very powerful for kids to be able to read, and the younger the better. Don't wait. I remember before I had kids, I remember a coworker of mine. I told the coworker that I'm gonna make sure my daughter knows how to read and do math before she went to school. And honey, that happened. My oldest daughter was in preschool. She already knew how to read and do math, okay? But she said that I shouldn't do that, because if I do that, that would make it harder for the teacher in the class if the kid's already advanced and now the teacher doesn't really know what to do. And I looked at her like, what? I ain't worried about that mess. And I wasn't, okay? Teach your children how to read early, okay? If they are behind right now, teach them how to read now. Don't wait for the school. The school has too many kids, honey. Work on that thing every single day with them. Even if they're working on reading one sentence, and that one sentence is difficult, work on that one sentence until they master it, move on to the next one. If that one paragraph is difficult, work on that one paragraph until they master it and then move on to the next one. They need to have especially if they're behind. We can't let them not read or read less because reading is hard for them. Miss Rita, don't do that mess. I don't do that. Whatever is hard, that's what we do the most. We do that the most till we conquer it and it becomes easy. Okay? And until we get over that fear, until we get over that doubt, until we stop believing that it's so hard that I can't do it, until we become self-motivated and are looking for it, okay? And that's what I see with my students. They're reading. Everybody's getting a turn to read, but they are trying to, because they know I'm about to stop them and let the next student read, or they know I'm about to stop them and coach them on a word and have them reread the sentence 3 times. They love it. They love it. Oh, you make them read the sentence 3 times. They love it. They love it. And then I'll tell them to read the sentence 3 times. They read it 4 times. These kids are so motivated. I'm telling you, kids that ran away from reading, kids that have behavior problems, you know what I'm saying? They have behavior problems. They didn't want to listen. They didn't want to do their work. They are so motivated. Like, whatever's going on right now is temporary. Make them read. Give them that power. Have them be more equipped on their tool belt so they can navigate the world and they can see everything around. Okay? Because if your child goes into a classroom and they can't read, and they should be able to read, they looking up at the board, they looking up at the walls, and it's all in a foreign language. Let's make sure our kids can read. Let's make sure they read all the time. Let's always push them to read something else and read this. And what about this? Okay, while you sitting there, read the ingredients on this oatmeal box. You just say, I don't know how. I don't let my students say, I don't know how. What do you think it says? So they can look at it and pay attention. Everybody reads. And you read all the time. Start your kid reading early. If your child's a baby, start them reading. I know you're like, a baby can't read. When Maya was and Jazzy too, in diapers, 2 years old, sitting on no, she wasn't even 2. That's not true. Because when we moved to the house and then we bought the house, she was 1 year old. So we sat her. I would sit her on the bed, and I would just put a whole bunch of books around her. I would read, and then I would look at her like, your turn. She was talking gibberish. You know what I'm saying? When she was looking at the page. But the little baby, she would open the page and she would use her finger, because that's what she saw me do. And she would point to the words, and she would be speaking gibberish, but she'd be doing this. So she was reading. I don't care what she looking at the pictures, and she make up her own thing, but she's doing this across the words. She's reading, okay? Just a year old. And now at 6 years old, she's reading 4th grade level books. Start them early. Start them now. Read to them when they're in your belly. Have them read. Put books in front of them constantly. The only thing is I had to stop Maya from ripping the books, because she was a baby. So I'm like, hey! All right? If they're behind, catch them up. All right? You need help with that, holler at your girl. We are enrolling 2 new students right now into our tutoring coaching program, where help students improve their behavior, focus, and learning all at the same time. So I specialize in two things, really. Okay? I specialize in helping kids who are behind academically, reading below grade level, doing math below grade level, helping them catch up. That's one thing. So we work on that. The basics that they need to work on constantly, that they're behind in the classroom, the areas that are holding them back, that's what I work on. But I also challenge them on their grade level and above their grade level. Okay? So that's why I have students who started my program at 4 years old and now 6. And now we're all reading a 4th grade level book together. You understand what I'm saying? And they are way advanced. I have several students in that position right now who are way advanced. And I have other students who came in and they were struggling and they were behind, and now they have made significant improvements. So whatever it is, like, if I find it, we're going to work on it, basically. What do they need? It's customized. What do they need to do? I would ask you as their parent, what do you want your child to accomplish? What are your biggest challenges right now? And what do you want your child to accomplish? And we put an action plan together and we work together to make this thing work and get this done. And I got your back, all right? So if you're looking for a tutor for your child, and you want a tutor that's going to have them reading all the time and stalking them, because I do. And now we're on WhatsApp and I send messages all the time, and I send practice now. They already have work on Google Classroom, but now I'll be sending a message. Hey, practice this. Read this. We're going to be quizzed soon. Study. You need to study for 30 minutes to an hour every day. I'm on them, okay? You have somebody that's going to be on them in their faces, but love on them at the same time and tough on them when they need it. I'm your girl, all right? If you look for somebody that's going to help them and let them go at their own pace, that's not me. That's not me. I'm going to push them. I'm going to push them past their comfort level. I'm going to help them achieve things that they never thought they could, but they're going to help themselves. I'm not doing it for them. I'm making sure that they believe they could do it, and then when they try to run away, I don't let them run away. I want to hold them accountable. That's what I do. And I will push your child until they go past this point to the next point where they have accomplished what they didn't think they could accomplish. And until your child becomes self-motivated, all right? So I'm tough, but it's all in love, because I've seen many kids go from being in special education year after year and with no growth, and then they come to my program and they start to be able to grow behaviorally and academically. I've had kids come to my program who were getting kicked out of schools due to behavior, and they were struggling academically, and then they were able to settle in one school and improve, do very well, and get on the honor roll, okay? Now we're focused on honor roll. I talk to my students all the time. We're focused on honor roll right now. I see the report cards from the last, mom sent me the report cards, talk to the students about their report cards and what they want to accomplish. Let's go for honor roll. And we talk about how to create honor roll students, okay? So, yes, I'm not, I love them. We have a good time together. I want to know about their days, what you do today, and how you doing, and what was good about your day. But at the same time, be like, hey man, we don't do that here. You better get it together. You better focus on what you're supposed to be doing. You better go apologize to your mother. I mean, I'm not a therapist. Okay. I have a background as a mental health specialist, a special education teacher, but yeah, I'm not a therapist. I'm not soft about it. Okay. They say I'm like a strict auntie. All right. So anyway, if you're looking for a tutor, let me get back to the point. Y'all. If you're looking for a tutor who will push your children and believe they can reach the stars like I do my own, honey. All right? Then holler at your girl. You can call me on WhatsApp, 908-313-1973. You can call me or send me a message, okay? Or go to growthinstitute.mykajabi.com for more information. Also, Also, I have a spelling challenge coming up this Saturday. My students love my spelling challenges. We have such a good time, okay? Where your child will be participating in games. It's virtual. They will be participating in spelling games. They will be learning spelling strategies. They will have a great time. And all this is going down on Saturday at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm going to post the link. We'll post a link in the comment section for that, for you to register. You need to put your name, your child's email, your email address and your child's name, and I believe it's grade as well, how it's set up. So it's between the ages of 5 and 11, all right? So those are the ages right now, and in the near future, I'll be doing one for the older kids, middle school, 12 to 17 or 18, all right? And all my students, I teach kids from, my youngest student right now is 3 years old for the first time ever. I'm teaching a 3-year-old student. She's doing very well. But from 3 years old all the way up to, I've also had a college student that I work with for a while, but typically high school. And they all love the spelling challenges. They always do. They're excited about it, okay? And it gets very competitive, but we all know how to love on each other and encourage each other at the same time. But we also talk junk, okay? And I talk the most junk. I challenge the students all the time, and I tell them if I win, y'all all against me, and if I win, y'all gonna have to bow down and call me Miss Queen Sharita for the rest of the day. And they be like, nah, man, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We have a good time. Sign up, y'all. Click on the link so you can sign up and register so I can meet your kids and meet you. And we can show them how we do it at the Unlimited Growth Tutor and Coaching Program. My daughter's going to be there. She's 6 years old. And I want to get maybe 1 or 2 other students. I'm not going to fill it up with with all my students, because it's going to get pretty packed. And I want to make sure your kids have a good experience. So a few students are going to join us. And we're going to have a good time. So coming up this Saturday. This Saturday is February 17th, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Holla at your girl. Let me know. Like I said, again, call me 908-313-1973 through WhatsApp, or send me a message. Or go to the website, growthinstitute.mickajabi.com, or click on the link that we're going to put down. And we're going to put the post up again. We're going to reshare the post. We're going to put the link down so you can see it, and then you can click on it. Right, Miss Hannah? Good morning. And we're going to have a great time with this spelling challenge, man. You got to sign your child up. You have more than one child, that's fine. You have more than one child, they can come in as long as they're between the ages of 5 and 11. And don't think that if they're 5, they won't be able to participate with the older kids, because the way I have the game set up, everyone can participate, everyone can learn, okay? And everyone will get a chance, and I'll be able to learn how your child spells, and I'll be able to give them some coaching as well during the spelling challenge. Man, it's gonna be off the hook. Listen, just sign up, okay? We're gonna put the link in the description and also in the comment section so that you can sign your child up, okay? 5 to 11. The older students from 12 to 18 is we're gonna do that one later. We'll schedule that one, but this one, make sure you sign your child up or your kids up, and we love to see you. Love you so much. For the kids out there, all right, say, I am smart. This is what I'm gonna say for you to say today. I am smart. I am amazing. I am a champion. I always figure it out, and I got this, all right? For moms and dads out there, believe in yourself, believe in your child, honey, and always remember that growth is unlimited and that Sharita loves you, okay? All right? I love y'all so much. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.